inevitable.
Thank you for being here, subscribed or not, and if you haven't joined the 49% Elite Humans, consider hitting that button if you enjoy the videos, as for the last 2 years, it was the Orioles that gave the Yankees trouble, and if you asked like any baseball fan before this year who their biggest challenger would be again, the answer would be that same damn orange bird doing blackface. You even ask Blue Jays fans or anyone in Canada how they do, just in general, let alone against the Yankees, they'd probably not think much of their team. They'd probably just start talking about hockey in French or something. Yet, they grinded out not just a playoff spot, but their first division win in 10 years. Something that took the final day of the season to get, but they got it, while the Yankees had to take on the Red Sox at home in a 3-game series, a series that they won. So off to Toronto to the matchup that honestly seemed the most fitting to happen anyway. The two teams who battled it out to the very last day. They played each other 13 times over the course of the season, and I guess 13 wasn't enough reasons why to decide who is truly on top, so we gotta play at least a few more. And the Yankees have a chance to do a couple things here. One, redeem themselves, and two, make Buck Martinez look really stupid. Last month, Buck Martinez is one of the Blue Jays announcer guys. He basically said live on air during a game where they weren't even playing the Yankees, screw the Yankees, all my homies hate the Yankees.
You know, the Yankees, they're not a good team. I don't care what their record is. They have a lot of wild pitches. They make a lot of mistakes in the field. They don't run the bases very well. If they don't hit home runs, they don't have a chance to win.
And after beating the Red Sox, Aaron Boone took a shot at Buck, saying,
I feel like, obviously the last couple months really started to play really well. Contrary to some thoughts up here, we're a really good team. I know Buck had some thoughts. That's all I was responding to, so he's wrong.
I feel like this is one of those things you keep in your back pocket till you beat the Blue Jays, and you can say the same for Buck to not say something like he did until the Yankees are completely done. So you basically have two guys saying something very prematurely, but one of them has to be right, and this series will decide who. So Kevin Gausman, the Blue Jays ace, well, kinda, we'll get to that, but he takes the mound for game one, and Aaron Judge absolutely destroys a baseball. I mean, he punishes this thing into the Toronto sky to give New York a 1-0 lead. Holy shit. Except he actually didn't. He did hit it hard, but it was on the ground for a single, and that's all the Yankees did in the first. Blue Jays now hitting, and George Springer ground ball out number one. Nathan Lucas, because who spells it like that, hits a ground ball out number two, and then Vladdy hits this ball well, but it's another grounder for out number three, except I just lied to you. Again, he did hit it well, and he also hit it a mile high for a home run. Vladdy's first postseason homer, making Putin proud. Next inning, you can take Ryan McMahon out of the Rockies, but you can't take the Rockies out of Ryan McMahon. He hits into an unassisted double play. Vladdy doing it all so far. So Alejandro Kirk is like, I can do stuff too. First pitch crushing into the second deck, 2-0 Jays, and Gausman just thriving. He gets a 1-2-3 inning in the third, another 1-2-3 inning in the fourth. Sid from Toy Story goes down swinging. That's his second strikeout of the game. Yankees decide to start hitting the ball out to Nathan Lucas in right field. Mistake, easy first out off the bat of Stanton, then this tougher one by Jazz still ends the same. Then another nice catch, this time by Dalton Varsho in center. Gausman's on a roll. So at this point, he had gotten 11 outs in a row, but the Yankees were still in this game. The Blue Jays just weren't doing anything to loosen this game up, so it was still tight. And it was about to get a lot tighter. Anthony Volpe hits one high in the air that isn't too far off from a home run, high off the wall for a leadoff double. Then Austin Wells ropes one. Lucas ain't getting this one. First and third, one out. Gausman being very careful with Trent Grisham, which makes sense. A dude who can very well make this 3-2 on one swing. Only issue is being too careful loads the bases up. And they're loaded up for Aaron Judge. And he hits this thing to the moon, or at least it would have hit the moon if the ballpark didn't stop it. But that didn't stop the baseball from damaging the ballpark. This large maple leaf logo in center field gets frickin' broken. Judge hit this ball that hard. Oh wait, this is in 2023. Whoops, no, he strikes out here with the bases loaded. 8-pitch at bat, and Gausman throws up. Would have been ball 4, but Judge goes after it. That's one. But then he only throws pitches that would be balls to Cody Bellinger, who doesn't swing at them. So that's a 4-pitch walk. to force in a run. Still only one out, but then Sid from Toy Story pops this fastball straight up in the air for out number 2. And I guess they didn't trust Gausman facing Stanton again, which, I mean, they trusted him enough to face Bellinger and Sid, 2 lefties. I don't know. I guess they trusted Gausman to face the guy who isn't married to Chase Carter. But in comes the bullpen, and he says, if you want it, come get it. Challenges Stanton with 101 over the plate, and he swings right through it. Out number 3. Blue Jays don't score in the 6th, so on to the 7th. Ryan McMahon with a 1-out base hit. In comes Sir Anthony Dominguez, who was on the Orioles to start this year. So he basically went from a blood to a crip. Regardless, he's out here getting the job done. Now is when the Blue Jays decided to go off. Luke Weaver in the game, bro, had an ERA near 10 for the month of September. I don't think that's good, and neither is this. A walk, then 2 singles in a row to start it off. 3-1 Jays. They're just getting started. 3 batters later with the bases loaded, Nathan Lucas hits a double. 5-1. Vladdy makes it 6-1 on this sac fly. Go to the 8th inning. This game's already over, but Alejandro Kirk still wants to pour it on. Look, I've said it before. I'll say it again. This man can become as big as Respucia Lattimore. Doesn't matter as long as he's doing this. His second home run of the game. Blue Jays got 6 hits in this inning. 3 more runs after the Kirk homer make it 10-1. Yankees really went from the bases loaded, nobody out, and the MVP up at the plate, down just 2 runs to losing 10-1. On to game 2, where remember when I mentioned Kevin Gausman being the ace, kinda? Well, he is, but Trey Savage can't be far behind him. Just by his name alone, you can tell. First, Ye, like Kanye West, combined with Savage. I mean, he's either going to be the worst pitcher Canada's ever laid eyes on or a Cy Young candidate every year that'll make Cy Young himself want to come out of his casket to honor him. There's no in between. AAA was a joke to him. The entire minor leagues was a joke to him. Take notes, Wander Franco. He just struck out the entire world. I mean, it got to the point if Toronto didn't call him up, it'd make as much sense as P. Diddy only getting a 50-month sentence or something. Oh wait, Savage's first ever start was awesome. It was against the Rays, 9 strikeouts. His second outing in Kansas City was a little more of a struggle, but he bounced right back facing the Rays again in the final weekend of the season. And now here he is making just his 4th ever big league start, a playoff game against the Yankees. Have fun! Oh, he did. Savage strikes out the side in the first. That splitter, which is his version of Mike Tyson's right hook. Just straight filth. Bellinger goes down on it. Sid from Toy Story, see ya. Giancarlo Stanton, just like Bellinger. Yeah, it doesn't matter who your current wife or ex-girlfriend is. Savage is gonna strike you out either way. He gets a 1-2-3 second inning. Still nothing game. Max Fried on the mound for the Yankees. So, hey, if there's anyone to match up against the Savage, it's him. But Dalton Varsho doesn't seem to care. Neither does Aaron Judge, and neither does Ernie Clement. First pitch crushing on a curveball, 2-0 Blue Jays, and the Savage, 3 more strikeouts. Anthony Volpe, are you Asian or Italian? Don't know, but I know you can't hit this. Austin Wells, I mean, this is just bullying at this point, just spamming that splitter. Wells is down on 3 pitches. Trent Grisham looks at a splitter for strike 3. That's 7 Ks so far for Ye, and 4 hits for the Blue Jays after this Vladdy single. That moves Davis Schneider to third, who walks, scoring on a ground ball by Kirk. It's 3-0 Jays, make that 5-0 Jays. 2 straight hits. Fried is just getting knocked around. Oh, and then update on Ye. Aaron Judge, see a swing and a miss at a fastball up and out of the zone. Cody Bellinger looks like he just smoked a pound of weed before attempting to hit here. What in God's name was that? Sid from Toy Story, go back to your backyard terrorizing kids' toys, you freak. 10 strikeouts for Ye the Savage. Bottom of the inning, Blue Jays loaded up the bases with Vladdy Jr. up at the plate. Really threatening to blow this open now. First 2 pitches of this at-bat were taken outside, then low. Third pitch is a strike. Vladdy nods his head and starts shimmying. Bro started aura farming, and seconds later does this.
Swinging a deep drive, left field. That ball is soaring out of here. A grand slam.
The crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd, the bat flip, this all happening 10 years after the iconic Jose Bautista bat flip. Cinema. The camera work on this angle kills me. Reminds me of this.
Folks don't choose to be gay any more than I choose to be straight. Could you imagine?
9-0 Blue Jays in the 4th inning. Will Warren being left out there to die. Kirk knocks another hit to right field before Dalton Varsho, inspired by Vladdy, says, let me do that too. Boom. 6 runs in this inning alone. 11-0 Blue Jays. Ye back out there, throws another scoreless inning, gets his 11th strikeout of the game. 11 strikeouts. 11. 1-1 in 5 innings. Then George Springer says, boom, 12-0 Blue Jays. This was insane. The broadcast went out and spoke to the Savage family after his outing. I always love that. Imagine raising your kid, your blood, sweat, and tears to raise him all those years just for him to end up being a New York Yankee and getting embarrassed every October. The Savage family thankfully raised their son right. Dalton Varsho was seeing the baseball right in this game. A day after Alejandro Kirk went deep twice, he now swats his second home run of a game, both off of Will Warren. My God, they really did just leave him out there to die. And you know it's bad when Yankees fans on social media are accusing the Blue Jays of cheating and aren't being sarcastic about it either. I mean, could the Blue Jays be cheating? I don't know. The CIA could have killed JFK for all we know. Oh, wait. But yeah, Yankees actually made this somewhat interesting. Cody Bellinger already hit a 2-run homer in the 6th. Then they put up 5 more runs on 6 hits in the 7th. It's insane how easy runs seem to be when you're down by 37. And I'm not saying this is a Yankee thing. Like, any team could be getting dominated for 5 innings, but the moment they go down a ton, it never really shocks me when a team starts getting some runs too. And the simple reasoning for that could be like, oh, the pitchers, they're just throwing the ball over the plate because they're up by so much. They're not trying to locate perfectly. But it's not like the pitchers are fully doing that. Even if the game is out of reach, they don't want to hurt their stats or egos just because they're up by that much. Even if they give up 5 runs like in this inning, like, they don't want that. So it's hard to believe these guys are truly pitching that comfortably even when they are up by like 50 runs. I don't know. It definitely would have been shocking if the Yankees came back from being down 12-0 to freaking win the game, but then putting up 7 didn't really surprise me. And hey, if you're not going to win, might as well get a mental win, like proving you can hit again after only scoring 1 run through the first 14 innings of this series. They also look to have something on Sir Anthony Dominguez in the 9th. This is a nightly occurrence now across the league. Is there somewhere in the Bible that says the moment the calendar strikes 2025, every pitcher in baseball will suddenly forget how to hide their pitches? It's insane. It happens all the time. Aaron Judge was seen tapping his helmet on 3 straight splitters from Dominguez. So I guess it meant a splitter was coming. Yeah, I guess it would have been nice to know when Savage was throwing his splitter. But oh wait, you would have had to actually get to second base off him to do that. Blue Jays overall dominate this game. They win 13-7 and have a 2-0 lead heading to New York. Now, hey, I of all people would know that the Yankees just were in a situation where they had no other choice than to win 2 straight home games if they wanted their season to continue, and they got it done. But the Toronto Blue Jays are a little bit different from the Boston Red Sox. Like, of course, first off, you know, the name of the team. One is blue, the other red, one a bird, the other a sock, one in an entirely different country. I mean, it's not like they're in freaking Russia, but it's still a different country. Look, point is, what I'm really trying to say here is one of these teams has a big, powerful Dominican hitter who hits homers against the Yankees in his sleep, while the other had that and traded him across the country to the gay Holy Land. The other big-ass Dominican, who crushed the Yankees so much he barely had to get out of bed to do so when he played, has zero faith in the Yankees winning this series.
Do you agree, Poppy?
They can bring Jesus back, and they're still going to go to Cancun. It's over. It's a wrap.
Don't say anything.
Don't say anything. Hey, let me tell you, I love you so much, but the only chance that the Yankee has is if you, Mo, Andy, and A-Rod come back and play Reggie Jackson, Babe Ruth, all of them. Yo, DeMayo,
Poppy,
Roger Mary.
Jesus. All right. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, teaming up with Babe Ruth and Roger Maris would be wild. Look, this series is not over till it's over. The Blue Jays still have work to do. A lot can happen. But I will say, with each passing postseason choke by the Yankees, Aaron Judge's legacy continues to look so odd. I made fun of him in this video, yes. But like, seriously, not only is he the greatest Yankee of all time, he's genuinely the greatest right-handed hitter of all time. I believe that. And he still has no ring, which is a very weird legacy for a New York Yankee to have. Like, if he played for the Royals, okay, whatever.
What? And by the way, me? Yes,
but he's playing for the Yankees, so like a ring seems very necessary to fully cement a legacy on that team. So again, 2025 isn't done yet. Maybe this is setting up to be a crazy legacy moment for him, but a lot's gonna have to happen for that to be a reality. While Vladdy's currently building a crazy legacy right now. A man who said he'd die before signing with the Yankees, then goes on to hit a grand slam against them in the playoffs, or a farming beforehand. I mean, wow. Game 3 back in the Bronx. We'll see what happens. Let me know your thoughts, and thank you for watching. Love you. Bye.